My name is Alex, and I'm the director of the group Bangers and Crash Percussion. Bangers and Crash is a collective of musicians. There could be anywhere between 2 and 6 of us. The purpose of this group is, I suppose, to show off percussion to everybody, to bring the joy of music to as many people as possible. It's supposed to be fun and it's supposed to make music accessible. I'm here in Limerick now and we're set up for our first concert. We have what I think is a really exciting concert, full of great music, full of joy, full of colour, full of texture. Everything from big to small, from loud to soft. It's a concert that's designed to just be a wild sensory experience for everybody. We'll perform 6 pieces, 3 of which will feature young musicians that we're working with in each location. Cork, Limerick, Galway and Carlow. And in each we work with a different set of young musicians who are gathered from the local area and the local music communities and schools. We work with them for 2 days. On the 3rd day then we have the show. 2 years ago we did a project with Jodie Ackland, who's an amazing producer. That was kind of like an initial version of this. This one we got Brian Irvine involved, who is an amazing composer. I knew that he'd write something really great and really wacky, and that would use as many different sounds and be a good ambassador for percussion in that way.
There's something about these percussion instruments that no matter what you do on them, it's going to sound amazing, because they just sound amazing. Everything sounds amazing. That just sounds amazing. So this project is with the amazing Bangers and Crash Percussion Sextet. And the idea was to work with the ensemble and to create a piece that involved lots of participation with lots of people of different ages and abilities and instruments and backgrounds and so on, to create one homogeneous piece together. The piece is for Alex's ensemble with what I call a colony of small humans. The colony of small humans plays any kind of random concoction of instruments or noises or anything. I never really know who's going to turn up, never know what they're going to play. So the piece is constructed like a big giant game. And basically what I want you to do is get as many notes, as many sounds out of your machine as you possibly can in the time that you've got. Ready? Here we go.
I've been really liking the last couple of days. It's very different to what we're normally used to. We're used to sheet music. It's a bit out of our comfort zone, but it's very fun.
It's quite different, more unique than the music that we play. This is so many instruments and so many different things. At least half the instruments the band is playing here I have never seen and or heard of before.
Brian would point at people and then we would have to play and we would have to keep an eye on him and be really careful where he's pointing and what he's doing so we could keep up. You don't really have any specific notes you need to play, so you just play whatever when Brian tells you just to play. And then if you do high notes, just any high note, and then change to also any note. So yeah, really unpredictable.
It's a very different atmosphere to like if you were in an orchestra. We all sat down with our various instruments and we were just playing, and he'd hold up different pieces of paper with different instructions on it, like play the highest note you can, or play a short note, or like clap your hands twice or trace the room.
Yeah, I guess they made us play differently because you didn't really know what to expect. You got to like try out new notes and like play your highest note or your lowest note. And I never really did that with my normal lessons.
There's so much improvisation and exploring movement and even their voice, their body, percussion, everything.
Totally, and not knowing what to expect when they come in as well is kind of like a bit I'll just sit back here and see what everyone else is doing kind of vibes. But then like Brian's amazing, so he's literally like, come on, let's go with the body percussion, and just lots of madness, which is good, you know. It just like puts everything else like to the side of kind of worries or anxiety or anything like that. So the kids are just so much more involved by the end of it, which is great.
I think it's really important. Speaking from experience, it was one of these workshops that actually got me into playing percussion and haven't looked back since. So I think it's really important, even if just one of the children taking part kind of get the bug and want to keep pursuing it, however far, it doesn't really matter, to open up the world.
It's a great opportunity for them to try something new, maybe something a little bit out of their comfort zone, something musical that's in a sound world that they've never experienced before. And also to meet these amazing professional percussionists who are masters of their craft, and to hear the amazing sounds that they can make is really an unrivaled opportunity for them that they won't get in another setting at the moment here.
Projects like these are so important for deeply fundamental reasons, because what it does do for people of this age is that it illuminates the possibilities of sound, and it really allows them to experience the sheer excitement and joyfulness of not only making sounds, but being part of an organised group of sound, to make sound with their mates, their friends. It's such a deeply joyful and, I suppose, self-enriching thing.
I hope that they'll be, go around the place with a bit more exploratory nature about them. They might pass a bunch of railings and run their hand along to see what sounds it makes. We're kind of tapping into that with this and getting kids curious. And hopefully, by hearing the sounds, by making some sounds themselves, they'll become more curious about the world around them. Probably not even just through sound, but just in general, more curious.
I loved the children particularly. I thought it was very empowering. That's the word that came to my mind. They seemed to be enjoying themselves. They seemed to be doing things that they enjoyed. They weren't kind of worried. There were smiles on their faces, and still they knew when to come in and when to stop.
They were so happy.
I thought they were very, very happy. Empowerment was the word that came. I think they'll always like music after that.
An experience, I think, for all of us. And we're doing it 3 more times. In Cork, Carlow and Galway. It's going to be different everywhere. That's the thing.
It's such a joy to do, It's such a lovely thing to do with, grown-ups and young people, is just explore the whole, joyfulness of noise, And you just wander through it and you go, hey!
I do hope that the opportunity comes that we can do something like this again, because this is kind of the first time I've really heard of one of these kind of things going on in Limerick, so I hope we do get more opportunities to do it.